Right, 4/3. You just got to estimate. What's 4/3 close to? Like some of you pulled out your calculator and did 4 divided by 3. What'd you get as a decimal? What'd you get, Ava? 1.3. So right there, 1.3. So it's a little bit less than 1.5. X equals horizontal or vertical. Addy Barrios, horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal. Oh, vertical.
There we go, vertical. So you go to about 1.3, and then we're going to draw a line through there, a vertical line. And we will put arrows on it. Put arrows on it. That's all you do for that. Negative y equals negative 1.5. All right. Y is going to be a horizontal line. Negative 1.5. Draw that. This is one of those you either get them all right or you get them all wrong. Like you get them, you do it perfect, you do it right, or you have them all backwards. So you just got to be careful on here. All right, flip it over in the back. Ooh, you keep yours on the back. But for a horizontal and vertical line, for this B, this has an x-intercept. Does it have a y-intercept? No, it only has one. It either has an x-intercept or a y-intercept. It doesn't have both. That's only for horizontal and vertical lines. Every other line is going to have both an x and a y-intercept. Okay. As you look at that graph, down there at the bottom, whoops, let me see what you got. All right, you don't have this little piece up here, so just pay attention. We only need 2 points to draw a line. You don't need 3, you don't need 4, you just need 2. X-intercept and y-intercept are 2 of the best points to always pick. I'm going to show you how to find those when it's not obvious. Okay? So when you look at that graph there, okay, over to the right, the y-intercept, put a dot there, and the coordinates of that is 0, 7. And you always start the y-intercept with 0 for the x value. The x-intercept is where it hits the x-axis. That's going to be negative 3, 0. And we always want to list it as an ordered pair. Negative 3, 0, 0, 7. All right, there's a procedure to find the x-intercept. Okay, get this information down. Okay, it describes it first of all, the x-intercept. Point where the line crosses the x-axis. Okay. Here's how you find it. So for hold on here. For the x-intercept, the y is always 0. So we're going to, in our equation, we're going to let y equal 0. And we're going to solve for x. Okay. And then we're done. We're going to write it as whatever that number is, 0. So it might be 4, 0. It might be negative 3, 0. It might be 2/3, 0. But these are all x-intercepts, always with a 0. All right, what about the y-intercept? What do you think? Point where the line crosses the y-axis. We're going to let x equal 0, and we're going to solve for y, and we're going to write it as 0, y. All right, get that down underneath y-intercept. All right, while you're writing it down, all right, a couple things here. Here's on my to-do list for this week. Number one, we're probably going to give everybody a new seat, give you a little bit, move you around. It's time to do that. And my goal is to start contacting I'm going to give myself 2 or 3 weeks. I want to contact everybody at home, their parents, just to touch base. Okay, for good and bad. If you're doing good, let them know. If you need to maybe pick up the pace a little bit, let that know as well. So that's kind of on my to-do list here for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to send out an email here, hopefully today or tomorrow, just to kind of give everybody a heads up, or at least the parents a heads up. So if you need to get some help, we need to make sure we start doing that, because there's going to be times you got to put in a little bit of extra time. Come in and see me, Mr. Parker. You see your mentors during mentoring. If things aren't clicking, there's a lot of options for you. All right. You good there, Dave? You got all this?
Yep.
All right, now let's put this into action. It says use the intercepts to graph the equation. So we're going to find the two intercepts. We're going to plot those. We're going to draw the line through it. Okay. Well, all right, on there, so to find the x-intercept, for the x-intercept, what did we say to do up above? What did we let y equal? Let y equal 0. Good. And so I'm going to take the equation, and I'm going to make it 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. Well, what's 4 times 0 equal? 0. It's gone. What am I really left with then? 3x equals 12. Solve for x. Well, what do I do to solve for x? Divide by 3. This is where that last step really comes into play. It says write as what? X comma 0. So I want to write it as a point. Don't just leave it as 4. Make it 4 comma 0. Go over to your graph. And you got to know that's on the x-axis. So put a dot right there. 4 comma 0. Stop. Okay, now for the y-intercept. For the y-intercept, what do we let equal 0? X. Same equation. So I'm going to make it 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. Basically, you're covering up that piece. It's going to be gone. Now, as we get a little bit more into this, some of you will automatically know that's going to be 0, and you're going to write 4y equals 12. That's fine once you get a better handle on it. So we get 4y equals 12. Divide by 4. That gives me y equals 3. Write it as 0 comma 3. That's my y-intercept. Go to your graph. Put a dot there. Okay. We are going to draw a line through those 2 points. Okay, that is going to be our answer. So you want to take this and you want to extend it past both points. Okay, and put arrows on it. Those are all the answers to this problem. Okay, 4, 0 is one answer. When you plug in 4, 0, it works. 0, 3 is another answer, but there's an infinite number of other answers that are on there. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to list all of those. All right, so that's what we want to find. Both the x and the y intercept, graph the equation. All right, so B, same idea. Now, if you got something to draw a straight line, that's even better. Okay, but if you don't, at least make it as straight as possible. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing. So for the x-intercept, let y equal 0. And so I'm going to get x plus 2 times 0 equals negative 6. All right, what's that going to simplify down to there when we're done here? Juan, what do you think? X equals negative 6 is 2 times 0 is 0. We get x equals negative 6. I'm going to make this the point negative 6 comma 0. So negative 6, 0. I'm going to put a dot there. Okay, for the y-intercept, let x equal 0. So that's going to give me 0 plus 2y equals negative 6. That gives me 2y equals negative 6 divided by 2. Y equals negative 3. So write it as the point 0, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to make this, draw this as straight as I can. Let's see here. Put arrows on it. All right, now just pay attention to this part here. X plus 2y equals negative 6. We are saying that negative 6, 0 is an answer, and 0, negative 3 is an answer. Okay? Look at that line. Can you give me another point that is an answer? Okay, does it cross at a nice spot? Okay, good. Okay. Find a point it hits at. All right. Yeah, you got any idea what I'm talking about?
I thought I did, but now I'm confused.
Look at your line. You can look on your paper. Now it doesn't. There's some spots where it hits that aren't nice. What I mean by aren't nice, you can't tell what the points are. So like I'm right up here. This one doesn't hit at a. I can't tell exactly what the points are. Look and see if it hits at a corner. Okay. All right. Lucas is going to says he has one for us. He says -2, -2. So if you go over -2, -2, does your line cross right there? That should be another answer. That is another answer that works. So if I plug in -2, -2, it better give me -6. So I'm just going to do this here. So that's -2 plus 2 times -2 equals -6. Well, that gives me -2 plus -4. Does that equal -6? Yeah. You got to understand that that line is an infinite number of points that works for that equation. Some of those points are nice whole numbers. Some of them aren't. Look on there. Can you find another set of nice another set of nice points? Gavin, did you find one?
-4,
-4, -1 works. That is also a good point. Find the pattern there. So if you look at those, there's a little bit of a pattern. Can you find another one? Lucas?
2, -4.
He says 2, -4. 2, -4 would be right there. I don't think you meant 2, -4. Whoops! No, you're right. I was wrong. Duh. Sorry about that. So 2, -4 works. Okay. So how many points could we list? We list infinite. All right. Now not all of them are nice points. What I mean by nice points are nice whole numbers, but you got to understand these are all the answers to this little equation. So what was that? 2, -4. So if I plug in 2 here, -4, I get 2 plus -8 is -6. It still works. But you got to find the x and the y-intercept. All right, you do C. See what you come up with. Find the x-intercept, listed as an ordered pair. Find the y-intercept, listed as an ordered pair. And if you're not 100% sure, just hold off.
about done, guys? Everybody go over it? Okay, look, here's what I do. When I go X, whatever intercept I'm finding, I get half the problem done right now. So when I think X intercept, okay, I think, okay, what am I plugging in for? What zero go in for, guys? X or Y for X intercept. So I'm gonna put it right now. So I'm halfway done with my X intercept. Does that make sense? So 3x minus 7 times 0 equals 21. Okay, that goes away. Right? What do I do now, Maya?
Divide both sides by 3.
Yes, ma'am. What's 21 divided by 3?
7.
So x equals 7. So what's my x-intercept? 7, 0. Okay? 7, 0. Right there. Okay? Now, y-intercept. What is, when I have my y-intercept, what is 0? Put it in there. Okay? See how it kind of helps you out what you're substituting and what you're finding? So x is 0. So 3 times 0 minus 7y equals 21. Now, that goes away. Guys, be very careful here. What kind of 7 is that? Make sure you bring that down. That's a negative 7. So, Addie, what do I do now? No, got to get my y-intercept first.
Divide the negative 7 for 21.
Divide by negative 7 on both sides. So 0, negative 3?
Yeah.
Correct. Right there. Right there. What do you guys think? Pretty easy? It's not bad, is it? How many points you need to graph a line? How many points go through one? How many points? How many lines go through 1 point? So let's just think about this. If I just have this right here, right? Everybody agree it's 1 point, right? How many lines can I draw through that one point? Could you ever stop? So infinite, right? But as soon as we have 2 points, how many lines go through 2 points? Just what? Just one. Good. Just one.
Yeah, do that next one because there's a little bit of a. Wait, they got something different. That should say 2x plus 4 for D. It should say 2x plus 4 equals y. So change yours. You guys keep yours the same.
What is this? 2x?
2x plus 4 equals y.
Okay.
So, you know, sometimes they'll rearrange it, but I think we can just do it like that and let each one be 0. I don't know what your thoughts are.
My thoughts are to get x and y on the same side.
Okay, so we can do it either way. Go ahead.
Guys, what I would do is I would take this negative or 2x and take it over there. Okay, how do you take a positive 2x over? Good, subtract 2x from both sides. Okay. Now, if we want to rewrite it, if you guys feel more comfortable like this, I didn't change a thing. I just got the variables on the left and the number on the right. So, Juan, what do you want to get first, x or y-intercept? X-intercept. So, what goes in for 0 goes in for what, Juan? 0 goes in for y. So I'm halfway done. Okay, halfway done already. So 0 goes in for y. So what do I do, Juan? Say that again? Oh, no. That goes away. I got this.
Already got it set up pretty good. What can you do? What can you do?
What can you do to get X by itself? There you go. What's X equal 1? So what's my X-intercept? It's a location. It's -2 what? -2, 0. -2, 0. All right. Austin, how am I going to get the y-intercept?
Y
What goes in for what's 0?
for Y.
For y-intercept.
Oh, 0.
The x is 0, right?
X is 0.
There you go. So we got 4 equals y minus 2 times 0. What happens here?
That X is out.
Okay. So you're just left with what?
4 equals 1.
So there's my y-intercept. 0, 4. Okay. Take your line through there. And there it is. Was that your last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty straightforward, right? Find both intercepts, graph it. Those needs 2 points.
Hey, go to that next slide there. Hey, do get your books open or out. I want to make sure. I want to look at those problems and make sure we're good on those. What is it? Where's my book at? Oh yeah, that's the wrong page. So that's the wrong page. That's what I was worried about. Yeah, I'm not even close. All right, it should be 145. Let me see something here. All right, yeah, I was doing the wrong thing. All right, page 145. And it's different numbers as well. 1 through 7. Nine through 15 odd.
Is 1 through 7 all?
Let's do 1 through. Yep, 1 through 7 all. Yep. Hey, now for each of those, you're graphing. So if you're doing it on a regular sheet of paper, make sure it's pretty clear. If you got graph papers, then now's a good time to get some graph papers. We're going to do a little bit over here over the next week or so. That'd be a good idea to get some graph paper. Okay, so make sure you're graphing each one of those. You're finding where it tells you the x and y intercepts. Then you're graphing 1 through 4. Those are just horizontal or vertical lines. You don't need to find x and y intercepts for those. Here, Mister, make sure. I gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good name.
John, I'm sorry.
Oh, I will. I will.
I hope so.
Have a good day, guys.